What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike? Hey, how's it going?
Good. How's it going with you?
Good.
Thanks for doing this. Highly
No,
appreciated. Taking
no
time out of your
problem.
day. All right. I told you early. I think wanted to reach out. I think I told you already that I want to work in sports, be an analyst, stuff like that. And I think
Mhm.
that if I start now, I can use social media, grow up, do something like that. So thanks for doing this.
Absolutely.
All right. So my first question is: you were a senior at USC. You decided to stay for a fourth year, and you were a
Mhm.
team captain. Obviously, leadership means a lot in football. What does it mean to you to be a leader?
Yeah, I mean, it is a responsibility that I think that I look for, just being able to show the younger guys the way that we do things and do it the right way and do it and then like also do it the right way like every single time and not just when people are watching you.
And now, obviously, you were one of the younger guys at one point. How did the leaders at that time show you how to be like you were as a leader?
Absolutely. They just showed me what it was to work hard because everybody thinks that they're working hard until you reach that next level, right? So they just showed me like what it looks like to be a good player at that level, and also like they didn't let stuff slide. So when something happened that wasn't supposed to happen, they would call you out in front of anybody. So and that really got people's attention.
Yeah. And now, as a role model, obviously you stayed as your senior year, and you had some great wide receivers in that room that are all in the league now. How did that help you? You think become a better player?
Absolutely. We had competition every single day. I mean, Amon Ra, Drake, and we also had a lot of other guys who didn't necessarily make it to the NFL, but they were still very talented guys. And it just promoted competition every single day. And it just made it so you couldn't get complacent because there was a lot of great guys behind you that would step up and take your spot.
Which that's probably helped you a lot in the NFL, as every day is a new competition to fight for that role to play. Now, you were in California your whole life till moving to Indianapolis. What was that change like going from the warm Cali weather to the cold Indy winters?
Yeah, I mean, Indy's really not crazy cold. I mean, we get some crazy weather for like a week here and there, but generally Indy gets pretty hot too, especially during summer. But we have adapted well. We actually have our own farm out there now. Um, so I think that we've adapted like to the indie lifestyle.
What was that like during pick 34? What was that like during COVID to have that draft process?
Yeah, it was definitely different. I remember thinking like, I don't know if we're gonna play football this year. I don't know if there's gonna be a season. I don't know if I'm even really getting drafted because of COVID. Um, and there was just so many like what ifs. And I just kind of kept going with the flow, and luckily we did end up playing that season. But it was just kind of crazy because everybody didn't really know what was going to happen because this has never really happened before that 2020 year. So it was a lot of confusion, there was a lot of worry, and it ended up working out.
You think that like rookie training camp, that leading up to the season, that kind of changed anything, or do you think that was just like a normal lead up to the season?
Um, Well, for me, like it was normal because I didn't know like how they did it any other way because it was my first year. And we actually got back to our regular schedule really like 2 years ago. So it's kind of all blended for me because like I don't know what is standard and what was special because of COVID. Um, but now this year I'll be on more regular schedules. Um, than the past couple years. So
And now, obviously, the Colts are a young team that you play for, especially in
mhm.
the wide receiver area. Had you helping the younger guys who are newer to the league? had anything special for you, obviously.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It's always special to see those guys succeed because I feel like I had my hand in almost developing them. Not that I deserve any credit like for what they do, but just like personally, like just I just love to see those guys. And like even Drake, Amon Ra too. Like I feel like I had my hand in bringing them along. Now they went out and got all that success like themselves, but there is a sense of pride knowing, just like knowing that those guys came through my room, and
yeah,
it's like an awesome feeling.
I mean, it's just as good as you to succeed as your one of your closest friends to succeed.
Absolutely.
Um, Now you played in some tough conditions. Is there really a factor that plays into you with going to a tough road game such as Buffalo compared to a home game?
Um, I think it can in the terms it can disrupt your communication. Obviously, when it's super loud and let's say the quarterback is making checks and you can't hear it, that's definitely going to mess up your whole play. But personally, I don't mind the super loud. I actually think it's kind of fun because nothing's better than silencing 60,000 people, right? When like you like make a big play, then all of a sudden it just goes
Yeah.
quiet. I mean, there's no air left in that whole stadium. So that's probably like one of the best feelings.
Now, obviously, during your few years, you've played with many quarterbacks. Do you think that's been something that is a struggle, or have you adapted to that well?
Oh, I feel like I've adapted to that well. It has its struggles, but I I've benefited from the guys that they've brought in, and I've taken a piece from every single guy. Philip, I mean, he's probably one of the smartest football players like just like that I've ever met, and he really brought me along like as a young player. And then fast forward to Carson. Carson really brought out my big playmaking ability. Like we used to complete a lot of deep passes like with Carson, and then going to Matt. Matt really taught me to control my emotions like on the field. And then last year, Gardner basically just taught me to be like reliable and the same guy like every single year. And then this year we got Anthony, hopefully for a full season, and we'll see what this season has.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he can stay on the field. He was looking great for the first few games that he played.
But, yeah.
Um, and you also are a big guy on social media. How do you handle that different from your play on the field?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're on social media, you become a target because obviously that just like it's like easy access, right? So you have like one bad game and people are coming at you, DM you, and just typing crazy stuff. But you just have to be able to manage that and have a strong foundation outside of social media, outside of football, because when things aren't going good, they're not going good. So
Right.
as long as you got that strong foundation, uh, you should be able to get through it.
And it's not any easy test to even make it to this far in football, but you got to be stronger than that mentally too to block out all that stuff after you might have not played your best game or that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because everybody wants to tell you that you played a bad game, and they do it in a lot of different ways.
Mhm. Yeah, and that could be the scary part of this. I mean, Final 14, answer them as fast as you want.
You're right.
All right, who was your idol?
Kobe.
Favorite fast food place?
Oh, Wingstop.
Biggest fear?
Biggest fear: skydiving, and my parachute doesn't open.
Favorite school subject?
PE.
Uh, Favorite hobby other than football?
I like to fish.
Uh, Favorite influencer?
Influencer. Favorite influencer. Who's my favorite influencer? That's tough. Mr. Beast.
Favorite gym workout.
Favorite gym workouts definitely got to be upper because the lower body's a burner.
Favorite musician right now.
Favorite musician? Oh, I got so many. Um, let's go with Morgan Wallen.
Favorite animal.
Favorite animal is a lion.
What's your favorite TV show currently?
Game of Thrones.
Do you have a pet peeve in someone?
Yes, my wife never screws the caps on anything. Water bottles, a jar of pickles, anything. It's just always open, and then I go to grab it, and it just
And you pick it
spills.
up from the top and it spills all
And
over.
it just spills everywhere.
That's the worst. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
You know, I'm gonna say it is because well, no, it's not a sandwich because it becomes a sandwich when there's two slices of bread, but as long as they are connected, a
It's not a
glizzy is a glizzy.
What's your favorite emoji?
Favorite emoji is definitely the laughing emoji. I use that by far the most.
And then, are you a shower singer?
No, I am not a shower singer. I
All right,
can't
thanks
sing.
for doing this. Thanks for taking
No
time out of your
problem.
day. Highly. All right, thank you.
All right, yeah.